I truly believe that deep inside, there's always a longing to find out where you're from, what you're made of.
The daily rhythm of India didn't change a bit with the loss of a little orphan boy. For India's 1.3 billion people, life continued as it had for years and years. An existence closely tied to the traditions and practices of the mostly Hindu nation. It would hardly be surprising if no one noticed one less child on India's streets.
Hey, did you see this though? I actually wrote Tamil.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I wrote my name.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in Orem, Utah, for Fred and Linda Rowland, 1979 gave way to a new decade and an expanded family. Life in America was beginning to be kinder to Chelamuthu.
We just fed him a lot. He was always hungry. He would hide food for the first few weeks.
Taj's parents immediately got him involved in sports, scouting, and other activities, hoping this would help him adjust.
We had nicknames for our kids. Taj was our little volcano. He loves to have his picture taken.
One day, after a wrestling match,
Taj, this is the picture where you asked me.
Linda would discover an awful truth.
He was so proud. He said, "Send to my mother." And I said, "What?" "Send to my mother." And I said, "I am your mother." And he said, "My India mother. And I said, "You have an India mother?" He said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "What else do you have?" "Father, brother, sister." Until this day, we never knew you had a family. Oh, boy. We got him out of an orphanage. We were told he had no parents, no relatives, no nothing.
I have memories from everything else, me playing, my relationship with my brothers, relationship with my cousins, but that one aspect of exactly what happened somehow it just runs away from me.
To be taken away from his family, oh, that would be just horrible. Taken away from your mom and dad and things that are familiar, that would have been devastating.
I was furious. We were sick, absolutely heartsick. Because then we thought, no wonder he's mad at us. He thinks that we've went to buy him.
How can this be? Why isn't he with his family?
Immediately, the Rowlands wrote letters and made phone calls trying to find out what happened. But all their queries went unanswered.
We did not get anything back, nothing. Then I heard that there was a professor around that had taught at UVU. Somehow I got his name and his address in India, and I sent him a letter pleading for him. We need to tell this boy why he's here, what has happened. He's gone through all of this, and he has no idea why. He just sent us a letter and said, "I can't help you."
The news was a bitter disappointment.
There was nothing in it, so it was worthless to me.
But that letter would later prove valuable.
He says his name is Chelamuthu in Tamil.
Linda also recorded Taj telling his story in his native language.
So he begins telling his family about his kidnapping and that he's from India. The kidnappers told him to say that he doesn't have a mother or father. Say that you don't have a family, otherwise I'll beat you.
The kidnappers drove Chelamuthu several hours from his home, delivering him to the Lincoln Home for Homeless Children. To this day, no one is absolutely sure if the orphanage knew he was kidnapped.
It certainly makes us understand why our son is the way he is, why he grew up with lots of anger down deep inside, and why he was driven to go back.
Back then, when I was small. This place looked ominous and big and large. For me, the owner, he was a good Christian in my opinion. He tried to help those who are less fortunate, taking orphans and the people who couldn't take care of their children. In my opinion, there are some unfortunate incidents that occurred in mine. And did he know, did he not know? I'm not going to speak to that, I don't know.
It was a Monday morning, and I had told Chalamuthu to go to Papati's house to collect my money that I earned for the month. So he leaves the house and never comes back. The tears from my eyes was enough water to wash my feet. That's how many tears I shed for my son.
Of course, he was loved. When he was taken, you know, the family searched and relentlessly trying to find him because he was just suddenly gone.
She kept roaming around Erode looking for him.
For months, the family and villagers scoured the streets looking for clues about Chalamuthu's disappearance. His mother did everything she could think of to find her boy.
Praying, going to the temple, and you know, you have to think that the universe has a way of listening to those pleas of a mother.
Surprisingly, years after his disappearance, a fortune teller told Arai her son would soon return, and when he did, he would fly to see her. Coming up, when love paves the way home.